Okay. I just want to say, first and foremost, Riri Williams had so much potential to be a great character, an iconic character. Unfortunately, the story that has been delivered to us, in my opinion, overall characters, narrative, plot, everything that melds it all into what it is
Trash, and you know it.
nothing about Riri Williams is likable.
I need cash. Money. Do you think Tony Stark would be Tony Stark if he wasn't a billionaire?
Billionaire.
Visionary, genius, American patriot. Even from an early age, the son of legendary weapons developer Howard Stark quickly stole the spotlight with his brilliant and unique mind. At age 4, he built his first circuit board. At age 6, his first engine. And at 17, he graduated summa cum laude from MIT. Until at age 21, the prodigal son returns and is anointed the new CEO of Stark Industries. With the keys to the kingdom, Tony ushers in a new era for his father's legacy, creating smarter weapons, advanced robotics, satellite targeting. Today, Tony Stark has changed the face of the weapons industry by ensuring freedom and protecting America and her interests around the globe.
No, Tony Stark, yes, had money, but do you not understand it was his ingenuity, his mind?
To power the suit, so the technology actually doesn't exist. So it's
Wait, the technology? Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave! With a box of scraps!
Okay, let's take that very moment. In the cave, he had what he had, which was his own tech designs. He made that cave his laboratory. He had Jensen, but you realize he was in a very hostile environment the entire time in this cave? You know, he couldn't just do what he wanted. He still had to do stuff for this gang, the Ten Rings. And he created an arc reactor, kept his heart alive in a better state, and built a suit to get out of that situation. And unfortunately, we lost Jensen. He's a good doctor. Innocent died, and Tony Stark had there the root for vengeance on these people. Yes, he killed them, but they deserved it. They were terrorizing innocent people. They were using war, armament, and force to hold citizens, innocent bystanders, just caught in this nonsense, hostages, and also, responsible for Jensen's death. So when Iron Man showed up and took them out, well, it made sense. It was earned. It was respected. Now, I know we're on the fourth wall. We know what happened. Maybe Riri Williams doesn't. Tony Stark, would have definitely been more than just a billionaire.
I am Iron Man.
And whatever degrading stance she takes on him, like, he would at this point be a historical person in their history, since they all know about the snap. We all know about the snap. You're Riri Williams. Guys, she's very narcissistic, egotistical, and selfish. She makes all these claims, and at MIT we see she built a suit, and if we know Wakanda forever, are we talking about that? She can do stuff. What we got? Riri complains about getting a job. She has to pretend she likes men she works with. What does she do? She goes and gets a job with criminals. So she has to pretend to like these criminals? If you're willing to get a job with criminals and pretend to like them, why not get a job at the industry and pretend to like them? At least there, you can establish yourself as a well-respected engineer with the means to do incredible stuff and get yourself higher and higher up. Is Riri Williams a villain? Like, is that what you guys are doing? That's literally what she seems like. I'm not rooting for that. She's committing crimes. She's not really showcasing any morals or ethics. This is not a character I'd ever show my daughter. Why would I want my daughter to watch this and be like, wow, this girl did all that to profit, to make money? What is this? What is there to like? She's willing to crime, justifying it all because she can't achieve what Tony did unless she has money. That's her argument. If she had money, she could do what Tony does. She's aligning herself with criminals. Okay? So criminals are, you have to hurt someone and break laws and extortion, whatever, all that stuff they mentioned, right? So you gave her a list. And then you get money. You extort money. So you're stealing money. If she worked for an industry, did the job that they want her to do, like the criminals, same thing, then she would be getting money, a payment, a salary from the industry to then fund her stuff, which, I mean, to be better than, I guess in her mind, to be better than Tony Stark, I have to be a trillionaire. That's the Riri Williams way. Trillionaire. She's a terrible character. I did write, what a rotten bitch. She's a dick to her mom, and she signed a deal with the devil. Mephisto is the Marvel devil. There is nothing redeeming about this very unlikable character. No idea what Disney was thinking with this one.
I need cash, money.
Trash, and you know it.
A superhero story should always leave the audience with aspirations. Generally, we relate to Captain America, Tony Stark, Spider-Man, Thor. These characters, we relate to them on traits, characteristics they portray. Yeah, I'm sure we'd be like, oh, I'd love to have those powers, and think, oh, what I would do with those powers. That's all things we want people to kind of get from it. But again, the relation really of that character, that role model, if you will, comes from the one that shows us those traits and powers. That's what we relate to, is again their traits, their morals, their ethics, what they do with that amazing power. We relate to that. Riri Williams that you show us, I don't know. She's all about money, all about this idealism of I need to be respected, I need to be big, I need to be grand, I need to whatever. It's like, what, like, you already have the means to start getting up that chain. The only thing holding you back was you. It's a supervillain story. She could have been such a great hero. She has so much potential. A new character for the Iron Man mantra, the suit powers, done through this character. So much you could have shown with her. In my story, the thing holding her back now is that, yeah, she gets dropped from MIT and we learn this idealism she had. I need Stark Industries. I wanted to work for them and I could never get my foot. Maybe it's not she could never get her foot in the door. We learn she never had the confidence yet to go to them. That's what we learn it comes down to.